Good morning. My name is Liz Fogarty, and I just wanted to walk you through my 374 project conclusions. So for this project, I wanted to redesign my genetic algorithm project from CSSC 220. This project was originally supposed to take a bunch of chromosomes, so if that was a list of arrays, some objects, and walk them through an evolution process. So when my partner and I did this originally, we wanted to have a little maze with a designated start point and a designated ending point, and we wanted our chromosomes to get to that in the most effective manner possible. So that's that screenshot on the right there, with the green indicating the start, the red indicating the finish line, and in that very first top square, that diagonal, I think was our key evolution pattern. Like we were trying to get our chromosomes to go in that diagonal. At this point, I had a very rudimentary understanding of programming, so if you look at the UML diagram from that, I had 5 classes in total, and all of them have tons of methods. The evolution viewer was just a huge class. Okay, it took all of these things in, and it was not optimized in the best way. So when my partner and I found problems or bugs, we had to implement a lot of fixes everywhere. It was not just a quick change a variable name and we moved on. So I really wanted to fix that because I thought I had a lot of fun with this project and I learned a lot. So I went from about 5 classes to 17-ish, and this slide just kind of outlines where I used all of them, and it's color-coded. The patterns that I think I implemented well include the strategy pattern, which I chose to do my fitness function with. And this is something that you can see back in my original design. That fitness function was already sectioned out from everything else, but I didn't really include how to get those scores within the fitness function, so that was really important for me to do here. My singleton is my client. It's just implemented once each time. My command is my experiment assembler, which just makes the experiments, which then run all of the different maze tests. I was very proud of my graph adapter and my result state, which basically takes all of these scores from a certain chromosome class experiment and then averages them out and figures out if it was successful, unsuccessful, or inconclusive. And then I also have a guest class so that you can I have a login system which allows users, if they don't want to create an account, to kind of log in as a guest and still use all the features within my program. Patterns that I did not use as well include my observer, which is screenshotted below. Instead of going from a 5x5 square, I changed it to a 4x4. I just thought it would be easier for implementation purposes. And so I took the diagonal path again to see if you found that, if that would also show, or if that would signal the elite evolution pattern to know that that's the one you want to use. But a lot of my chromosome arrays like that ended up being like 9-10 characters, and so since they never truly equaled each other, this observer didn't do much. And so if I could go back, I'd want to change that. Same with my decorator. When you're doing these experiments, I think the thought process would be you'd want to use, one evolution type. You wouldn't want to stack them on multiple, but I did that. I don't think it's the worst thing, but I also don't think it's utilizing the decorator pattern as much as it could be. And then the iterator I used for my client because each chromosome is put into a chromosome manager, and then that manager is managed by the client, and it just got really messy, and I just don't think I had that done as well as I could. For some of the best design elements, again, very happy with my fitness function, actually adding things to it and making it a useful class. My command, my command pattern, which is my experiment assembler, because in my original design, it was just making one instance, but here I made it so that you could have multiple. And then I went from a factory to make my chromosomes to a template / a framework kind of mindset. So that, not mindset, design pattern, which made it more flexible and just kind of allowed me to do more of what I needed to do with that chromosome maker. That was my project. So I'll include the demo recently. I want to thank you so much for listening and all that you've done for me this summer. Thank you.